So some people are saying that this water hollyberry cookie is broken OP unit, needs a nerf. I don't know. I tend to think that sometimes we get a little carried away with thinking things that need nerfs or are broken and OP. So today we're going to find out together if this is actually a broken OP unit that needs a nerf or not. I don't know if the hollyberry cookie really did much there. I think they just got that dark bison down as soon as possible because that is a broken OP unit. So he didn't really get a chance to do anything though. Let's see what the hollyberry cookie she did a couple revenges. So if you guys don't know what she does, actually let's take a look at what her skills are in a second. But she is going to be mitigating some of the damage. Sometimes it's a random RNG. Sometimes she mitigates damage. Sometimes she doesn't. You know, if the enemies get hit, sometimes they will take no damage. And she will revenge with her stun on skill 1. So took some damage there. They're taking a lot of damage. Taking damage. Okay, there's the revenge. There's her passive coming into effect. So let's see how much more her passive actually activates. Oh, Dark Bison starts getting turns. It's over. Game is over. We're gonna see an OP unit right here. Right here. This is where it is. Oh, there was her passive. Okay, her passive actually activated. That was her passive again. That's okay. Okay, her passive's actually doing some things. Psycho Crusher. Passive not activating there. Passive activating there. Gets the stun. Okay. Okay, she's got some valid use right here. Does it no, it doesn't land. And then she died. Quick recap on the water hollyberry skills. The first skill is a provoke. The second skill is a cleanse and increase attack bar. And then the third skill, this is what makes her unique. This is her passive. If an ally takes damage from an enemy, she's very similar to, think of her like Molly and Xingzhe a little bit, right? More like Xingzhe because she's going to counter units when they attack the allies. But Xingzhe has a 35% chance. She has a 15% chance. She offsets the damage entirely, and she deals damage proportion to her defense and stuns the enemy. So it is only a 15% chance, though. The thing that I feel she could be useful for is teams that have a lot of turn cycling. She could come in and revenge and stun them so they don't get so many crazy turns. I mean, one of the things that come to mind when we think about crazy turns is Oliver, but she has element disadvantage to Oliver's, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. Let's find out. Hopefully we get that answer today. Next match, I'm curious to see if she mitigates the Molong. It's a 15%. You think she's going to mitigate the Molong damage, or you think they're just going to hit her first? They're going to go for Diana. All right. And they don't even need to do it. Okay, so Diana's down. No one gets revenged. They finally get a revenge there. Or a counter. Revenge, counter, whatever. Shield Bash. Additional turn, Shield Bash. Okay. Gets the stun. Gets a nut. Well, there's not really anything she could stun there. Let's see. Do they get some defense breaks? Do they get some glancings? Nothing there. Alright. Get some... Oh, that's what Praha's supposed to do. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Okay. Provoke, not bad against Vertiheal. And then nukes the Vertiheal down. Not bad. So far, I don't feel like she's OP at all. I just feel like she has some usefulness. There needs to be something in between garbage and OP. It's like, there's a lot of units that are like useful, not OP, not garbage, not either way. So she had some use here. I think that her team's going to win. Anyway, I think the Water Hollyberry team's going to win, but... just because they have sustain and everything. So, not bad. She has some utility. I don't see crazy OP yet, though. We might just get the answer right here, because Oliver, unless Oliver gets banned. No! Han the Dark Ninja gets banned. Oliver seems so much more deadly than the Dark Ninja. They have defense breaks on that team either way. Gets the counter, too. Okay. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Some revenges. But they have the Molly too. They have the Molly and Hollyberry. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think that the Hollyberry team wins eventually, but I don't eventually in a while. Not going to be a fast win, but I don't necessarily think that that is because of the Hollyberry. I think that that's just because the team's got a lot of sustain. It's kind of funny how she like runs over to things. It's the Cookie Run Kingdom run. So, get some strips, get some dots. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, she's not going to die anytime soon. Was that? Oh, I know what that was. They wanted to make sure that they didn't get the Reckless on the Juno, because that's apparently what they were hoping to do from the beginning. So, would have been nice if he didn't have immunity. They need to find an opening to just finish with the Reckless, but they don't have... Molong doesn't have any HP on him right now, so... I think between the Molly and the Hollyberry, I think they have enough sustain. I guess we'll see. This is going to be a long match! Oh my goodness! Does Molly proc? No, Molly does not proc. Does Riley proc? I don't know that we're necessarily seeing any crazy Hollyberry things. So the light totemist is decreasing cooldowns. Resists. She's dead. So we see Water Hollyberry Shield with also Water Pure Vanilla. Gets banned? Well, we're going to have to take a look at that next, because apparently this is dangerous enough to be banned over the Dominic and the Masha. So that's interesting. Very interesting. And gets CC'd. I don't see this going very well. This is either a kinky solo. See, she's not really doing much. So she just CC'd, so nothing too much is happening. Alright. Masha doing some crazy Masha damage. Masha now in... They needed that proc, though. They needed that proc. Oh, she's still alive. Charlotte's still alive. And that's game. I know I always call it... Wait a second, maybe it is not... No, that's game. That's game. That's game. I always call it early, but didn't really do anything. He didn't get an opportunity to do anything there, though. If there's anyone that can show how strong this can be, it would be Thompson. Actually, I think that Thompson just has an advantage regardless of her. I just like his team better. I don't think that they really needed the Sekhmet Ethna there necessarily. I just like his draft better. But we'll see if the Water Hollyberry does crazy things, or we'll see if what the situation is. They did still get the increased cooldown, which was really good against the Shizuka. Unless you're me, in which case the increased cooldown does nothing against the Shizuka. She resists it, and then she... I mean, he did actually land it, though. He did actually land it, so... That is a feat of an achievement on its own. Sekhmet working, and then also Sekhmet working against the water unit. It's shocking. Very shocking. Do we see the Water Hollyberry doing anything crazy, though? She's taunting him. She's like, yeah, come at me, bro. Aside from taunting the enemy, she really hasn't done crazy stuff yet. Really not seeing crazy things here. Okay, does some damage there. And gets stunned. Additional turn. Okay, increased attack bar. Not seeing the craziness from her, though. It is a 15% chance. There we go. Okay, mitigates some damage. Juno's gonna kill now. Yeah, the Water Hollyberry really didn't do crazy stuff. It's all RNG. This is an RNG unit. She could just make it, like, if her skill activates a lot, she could just make your team just not take damage. This feels like a wacky team to see her. I feel like we would see her in the opponent's side. I feel like that's where we would see her. Not with the Ciara Gianna, like against against the Ciara Gianna. Ciara Gianna's like, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of turns. Oliver's like, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of turns. And then Water Hollyberry should be in there trying to 15% her way to victory. I've seen people 22% their way to victory so many times. I feel like 15%ing their way to victory could also be a thing that happens. It's just RNG. This could be a unit where you feel that you are outruined, outmatched, and you're in a bad spot. You're like, oh crap, I gotta do something to try to RNG my way to victory because it looks like I'm losing the draft already. And then you pick some units that you're like, I hope this works. Like Molly is one of those units. Like, I hope this actually activates the passive. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. You know, triple revenge vertical. So this is like a turn 2 unit that I really don't. I find it odd that they brought her in with Ciara Gianna. Maybe they just wanted to use her. Maybe they just wanted to use... Because I do that too. Like, if I want to, I'll bring one monster in with, like, this OP combination. It's like, okay, I'm going to use the Dark Ninja. I'm going to use the Light Monkey. And they'll pick some random thing to bring with that. It's like, the matches a lot of times don't win or lose based on the random thing that goes with that. They win or lose based on the LDs, right? Or the OP units, right? So, like, Ciara Gianna Oliver... Pretty strong combination. The Hollyberry Cookie not really doing crazy stuff, making it seem like she's gonna win the match by herself. So, or not even by herself. She's really not doing a lot of crazy things right here. Like I'm not seeing crazy Water Hollyberry Cookie stuff. I'm seeing RNG sometimes. See, here's the thing. Now they're gonna lose, right? Now they're gonna lose. However, if they would have picked something else instead of the Water Hollyberry Cookie, they would have won. They would have won. Let's be real. They would have won. First pick, Water Hollyberry. Oh, they're going for a revenge team. Oh, really going for a revenge team. Okay, so fast aggressive on the right-hand side. This is kind of a nice spot for the Water Hollyberry. However, I disagree with the fact that they didn't bring any heals. So, that's very... Though they got the revenge. Which they kind of, this is the revenge team. They're going to need to get a whole bunch of revenges. All right, so 1 unit down. 4 on 3. Defense break is off Verti heal. For how long, though? So many revenges. Okay, dude. Oh my god, 14 revenges. Okay. This is getting a little ridiculous now. So... Generally, a team full of turn 2 bruisers needs some kind of sustain on the team. Except that this one, it just seems to be working without any sustain because they're just revenging and revenging and revenging and revenging. So, yeah. That's that. Well, I guess that works. I fought against a similar team. It did not go quite this crazy. It didn't get the full team revenge. But this is set it and forget it team. This is like I don't feel like doing our thing. I'm gonna pick all units that just revenge like crazy. Thompson again going for another turn 2 bruiser team with the Oberon. It seems like such a wacky place for an Oberon to be picked, but I believe this was on Nemesis from the first match, right? So let's see. He was increasing his attack bar, so that was on Nemesis. I'm actually surprised that the ban was the Dark Pioneer. I was not expecting that to be banned. I thought that I'd like to ban the Nephthys. I think that she is a ridiculous unit. I would have also picked a little bit differently, but also I'm not Thompson, so maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I was more just surprised from the ban. That is not the unit that I thought he was gonna ban. I mean, GG, it's already over, but we're not really seeing the Water Hollyberry do too much of anything. If he picked. There's plenty other units that he could have picked that would have actually done, especially his LD5s, that would have actually done so much better than the Water Hollyberry in that instance. 2 turn 2 bruiser teams. Are they banning out the Tessarian? Yeah, they are banning out the Tessarian. They still do have attack power buff, defense break, and Leo can do some pretty big damage. Well, actually, Leo can do some pretty big damage, but Molly can mitigate the damage, and also Water Hollyberry can mitigate the damage. So, gets the brain, gets the attack power break, and bye-bye. And that means there's 2 stacks. Water Hollyberry is not doing a bunch of crazy stuff, though. I mean, we didn't see Water Hollyberry. We didn't see Water Hollyberry doing really anything there. Super Whale Team versus just all passives. 4 LD5s versus... Let's see if she's going to be able to do enough. I am very curious. I am very curious. Okay, Fast Link was not enough. Okay. There we go. Gets the Molly. Doesn't kill the Molly, though. Which means he does not get his invincibility. Which means he can be nuked right now. Didn't get... Wow, that was surprising. Okay. But the super OP Water Hollyberry finishes it off. Alright. They do need to make sure that they get that defense break on the Dark Paladin, though. Dark Paladin zone. Dark Paladin can just solo things if she feels like it. Because she always resists. People build her with 100% resistance, but she always seems to resist so much. It's very painful in very many instances. So, they need to hopefully stun that Paladin. This is just going to be an RNG match. Ooh. I think that the Paladin wins, actually. I think it's going to be gross. I think the Paladin's going to win in a very gross way. That shield is... Oh, that shield is so OP, though. Huh? Almost. Yep. Dark Paladin. Dark Paladin OP. Puppy Dog versus Puppy Dog match. We get to see the Water Hollyberry and the Fire Pure Vanilla as... And then we see a Hathor plus double LD5 team. That's going to be dangerous. They're going to sleep. They're also going to get ignored defense. They're also going to get defense broken and Oblivion. They have multiple units that the Oblivion is very strong against, but they're probably going to die before the Oblivion is even going to matter. Most likely the situation. Yeah, they're going to die before that Oblivion. I guess the Oblivion came into effect now. But yeah, the double LD team is just going to wind up winning. They didn't have enough. They didn't have enough really to come back from that. There's other units that would have been stronger there than the Water Hollyberry. They just picked them because that's what they wanted to use. But actually, the Wind Espresso Cookie, I believe that's the one. They just came out today. But I believe the Wind Espresso Cookie is the one that would have been really nice against Hathor. Wind Espresso Cookie is the one that I was thinking of. He's got the caffeine passive, immune to sleep. I think that's very clever, and I do enjoy that. Caffeine immune to sleep. But this would have been good. Hypno-Meows would have been good. I also think that they did bring in some single target snipers. So either way, that was going to happen. But they had already picked their Pure Vanilla. They already picked the Water Hollyberry. Just those kind of really didn't do very much for them in the match. And things that were either immune to CC, and then just try to play around the two snipers. Like, for example, the Mei Hao Wang would have been okay. I think that the Water Lich could have been nice, and then they would have had to ban the... I feel like they would have had to ban the Destiny and then pick those units, and I think they would have had a better shot of actually coming away possibly with a win there. SWC competitor versus SWC competitor. Actually, he's picking out the things that Thompson likes to... Oh, we also get to see the Wind Pure Vanilla, as it looks like he's got some Peapods on his... Some people are going to be like, Peapods? What is that? Not urine. Whatever. Let's see what happens here. Okay, gets a revenge there. Let's see if he mitigates some damage. Mitigates all that damage! Mitigates all that. That was pretty impressive. He still took the bomb, but that was still impressive that he mitigated a lot of that damage. All right. That's what you're hoping for when you go up against a Molong. That's another nice damage mitigation. So we're seeing, so Thompson's works better than everyone else's. That's the takeaway from this. Thompson's works better than everyone else's, because Thompson's actually revenging and mitigating damage. Does he actually get? He does get this one. He gets the stun too. Thompson's is just, it works better. That's what this is. Thompson's unit works better than everyone else's. Thompson's got the 45% chance to activate the passive, not the 15%. He plays by different rules. He's got the 45% chance to activate. Okay. Increase attack bar if Diana gets an additional turn. And who's ready to take that hit? This is GG now. That would have went so much differently. This is the story of Summoner's War for all of eternity. That would have gone so much differently if it went differently. That's gonna reflect some damage. You see that with the wind pure vanilla. So GG. Final verdict is the water hollyberry cookie OP. No, she's not OP. Is she usable? Yes, she's definitely usable. Thompson seems to work better than everyone else's from what we've witnessed. But aside from that, she's usable. She's not crazy OP. It's just a 15% chance. If she procs the 15% chance, then it's great. Fantastic. If she doesn't proc 15% chance, then most likely not going to win the match. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you as always in the next one.